Hi guys, this is Ginger Rogers here from Not All About Tarot. I really wasn't sure if I was going to do an upload today, but I did decide to do one. And this it's probably going to be a reading at some point, but it may be a small reading. But I have been allowing the spirits to really conversate within me, and so I can understand some of the older readings and the things that they have showed me in these card readings. Now they're all coming to fruition. Now they all make sense. A lot of things that divine spirits had me to read in the past, now they're coming back, excuse me, to my remembrance, and they all make sense now. I can remember, and this was some months ago, probably the beginning of this year. And I did state in one of the readings, you guys, I mean, I made a lot of videos. It's almost going on a year that I have been having my YouTube channel up. And I can remember I did state, I think in the springtime, and I kept stating that, you guys. If you want to go back and look up those videos, I can't even, it's been so many. But Divine Spirit stated that there were going to be my divine feminines having children by the divine masculines. I did not know that was the Sigma masculines involved. Evidently, a lot of my twin flame divine feminines were with their Sigma masculines at that time. They have moved on with their Sigma masculines. It was not to be the alpha masculine dark and narcissistic souls, even though they were trying to come in. Divine spirits did give these guys chances after chances to redeem themselves, and then divine spirits would just have done and done whatever they, or maybe have given the Sigma male something else in place of a divine feminine. But these dark and narcissistic souls, alpha masculines, could not get it together. They could not heal, and I told you guys that it was a struggle. These guys' hearts are closed. They're not able to love, and we have seen that more and more often than none. I'm not even going to pull the cards on these guys. They are now getting hell reality at this time, but I'm stating this because I did not realize that it was my Sigma masculines that my divine feminines were going to have children by. And if I can remember, even in my energy myself and just in my world, and I can remember in the reading I stated that these guys were, it was going to be like they were on a mating call. It was going to be a mating call here, and it's almost like these masculines are going to woo these feminines, and there was going to be children involved. Well, that's exactly what happened. I even stated and saw this in the energy way back last year, back in, yeah, last year. It was probably last year, 2020, that I saw that this was going to happen. Probably around about October 2020, that there were going to be a lot of pregnancies involved by November time in the in divine feminist energy. Now, a lot of my comments that were dealing with these darker narcissistic souls here, masculines, alpha masculines, who has left them, these comments may also feel, you guys, that these masculines has left to go towards you guys, my divine feminines, and have had children by you. This is what they think. They may think that these children that you're having is this dark and narcissistic souls, and it's not. And who really cares anyways? It seems as though my divine feminists are having children by their true divine masculines, which is their Sigma masculines. It all makes sense because I couldn't understand, well, why would divine spirits tell me that there were going to be children involved with these divine masculines, but these divine masculines did not ever get together. What these were the darkest souls. They were not. They forfeited the game at the time, especially when Destiny Wheel sought in. It was just too late. Divine spirits tried to change her DNA, and they just couldn't get it. They was even more fearful than ever once my divine spirits try to take the old energy out and put a new energy in. It just didn't it didn't work. These guys are not made to love. And so it was the Sigma masculines all along. And I can remember my energy, I didn't even think about that with my Sigma masculine. When thinking back to that time frame, he was in an energy where no one could stop him. He was in a woe energy, like he was in a mating call, barking at the moon to want to always be in my energy. And this was because this was a mating call for me and him, divine masculine, divine feminine, to get together to bring in this child here. This is the spirit child. This is the divine masculine Sigma masculine and the divine feminine Sigma female that was supposed to have the child, not the darker narcissistic soul, darker twin flame masculine, or the darker narcissistic soul tie. It was not these guys. It was done. So I'm saying this to say that everything that my divine spirits tells me, it may not make sense at the time, but if we go through the energy as it changes, it all fits. It all fits. It's not all over the place. Now, if anybody follows my readings, you will see how everything fits. Every single thing fits. I told you guys, though, way back, that these darker narcissistic alpha masculine twin flame partners and these soul ties, that they were always going to be inconsistent. That they were always going to be inconsistent. That they were never, it was not going to be blessed energy. And I told you that. Divine spirits told me that there would be bliss within 3, 6, 9 years. Well, guess what? The only reason why divine spirits are saying that is not saying that you are going to be in bliss with your twin flame for within this time, or your soul tie within this time. No, it is saying that after all this toxic energy, spirit, thank you, because it was, as I was doing my reading last night, this is what clicked in my mind. I'm like, divine spirits was telling me this then. I'm like, oh, I see that now. It's going to take that long, you guys, to get this toxic energy completely off the globe. 3, 6, 9 years, depending on how the energy, how tough the energy is going to be, because we already see that the darker narcissist, these darker energies here has attached to the masculines of your divine masculines, which is your Sigma masculines here, and trying to bring them out of this awareness. But you see that the sun is here, so it definitely crept up real quick to reverse this energy back towards the sender, which was these darker entities of the world. So I did not know that the devil was going to try to attack these guys here, to try to manipulate a situation and bring in a toxic energy because of fear. And these guys was fearing all of a sudden because of readers, because there was someone dealing with whoever they were dealing with, the family, could be old feminines they used to deal with, something that set in fear that they took this wrong direction and got this devil energy attached to them. And now it's like quickly they were made aware that this was not what they wanted it here. But at the same time, it did make my divine feminists pull back. And we saw that in the energy last night in the readings, that my divine feminists, you guys, these divine feminists are going to pull back from these Sigma masculines. They are. And that's because they are not trusting the energy. They're not trusting love. And at this time, my divine feminists are not trusting love. They're not trusting that, and they are definitely going to go towards their abundance with or without a masculine. And this is what divine spirits do not want, because this can cause a union to collapse, and divine spirits do not want that. So this is what we are looking at, and I'm just bringing this in, and I'm bringing that part in because a reading I just did just a couple of probably the first of the week, probably the first of last week here that just passed. I did a reading on telling my divine spirits, was telling my divine feminines not to give up, not to lose hope, because this entity could try to turn around and make my divine feminines think, oh, well, maybe that dark and narcissistic masculine twin flame or that soul tie was my partner, because here I'm getting the same energy of someone, he's trying to manipulate me too, and this is my Sigma masculine that I have been with. A lot of these guys have been with for a year or more. And so divine spirits was telling you guys, I didn't understand why I was doing that reading. I didn't really feel well because of my throat, but that's why. That was why, because divine spirits knew that in the future that this was going to come up, and it did. But we see that my divine spirits are definitely telling my divine feminines to hold on. Even though I do see my divine feminines really not trusting love at this time, they are going to go on and do other things in their world. What people don't understand is, I did a reading also a few days ago about this, where my divine feminines are going to they are going to manifest in a way of where people would think they were in a darker energy. But because of all this manipulation that was done to my divine feminines so many times over, all it's doing is making my divine feminines basically get more and more higher in their awareness, and more stronger in their power. It's not all this manipulation that one tries to do to these divine feminines who has moved on. All it is making them powerful. And I'm saying this to even my entities of this globe, of this world here. It's not going to harm my divine feminines at all. All it's going to do is make them more powerful, and it's going to make you, the entities of this world, more afraid of these divine feminines, and you're going to slither down a little dark hole path from which you came, because it's not going to work. All of that is making my divine feminines more and more powerful in their game, and this is all it is. It's not going to hinder my divine feminines at all. With all the magician energy I can say on my that was put on my life, all it did was make me powerful. All it did was make me more and more powerful to overcome all the craziness that could have stopped my path and my journey here. But it didn't. It made me powerful. And this is with a lot of my divine feminines who are of light source as myself. So this is where we at. I really want to talk about that, because I want to, I want to be able for people to really connect the dots, and to know that these teachings and these sacred teachings that divine spirits, thank you spirits, and my ancestors has given me, is not all over the place. It's not just something that I'm pulling off the top of my head. This is true teachings right here. And so I have to come back and bring all of this together so you can know what this is, what that was. I went through this energy to fine comb with you guys for the past year, a little bit more than that, probably about 2 years for me, but I haven't been on the air of YouTube only for a year. I don't even know if it's a year yet. It may be close to a year. And I have learned a lot I have learned a lot. We're coming to a point to where we were trying to wait on something with these darker narcissistic souls, energies, and all that shit. We were trying to wait on these things, and then we found out about the destiny wheel and how divine spirits was going to get people locked into the destiny wheel, which is hell. It's a hell energy. These other alpha masculines, twin flames, soul ties, whoever, again, they it's definitely chopped into a wheel themselves with the destiny wheel, because they never went, when that destiny wheel was closed, they were not in a good healing spot to where they were able to go towards a divine feminine that they were supposed to go towards here. They did not go towards them. They was afraid to. It was no hope. They could not, and I saw all of these in the energies that was a struggle for these guys to come out of that. So now they can never come out of it. That's why I've always saw them in an inconsistent energy. So true love is about to be set in the first of the year. And we are going to see that. There, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be some mess within, and I told you guys, and you saw in the cards, there going to be so much going on to where it's going to really do a lot of people in. Now, my Sigma masculines are really going to be in a very emotional state here, because now I will say, you guys, my Sigma masculines, you guys may not be hearing from your divine feminine. Sigma females, you might not be on talking terms at this time with them. And it's not, some may ended it, some may say something about ending it. My divine feminines towards their divine masculine Sigma males. And some may just be quiet at this time. I see give and take 2 days. It could be 2 weeks, but no more. I don't see too much of 2 weeks, though. I see within 2 days that will subside. But let's see what's going on with my Sigma males and Sigma females at this time. Spirit, thank you. That was a fast card. I was in my hair. Let's see. I see a challenge here. It's a challenge here to open up. It's a challenge here with the Queen of Cups reversed. It's a challenge here to express their emotions. But whatever that is, it's not working. For them not expressing their emotions to their divine feminines at this time, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, it is not working. Because I see there's a lot of passion here. These Sigma masculines has a lot of passion for their divine feminines. I do see them coming very quickly, pouring out their emotions for their divine feminines. Now, I do see that they want this equal here, passion and emotions at this time. They'll want to come very quickly to express those feelings, even though it's hard for them to keep their emotions in check. I see that these guys are definitely thinking about memories from their divine feminines here, and it's really shattering them at this time. Definitely so. They want this stability back, and they're going to keep fighting to get it. A lot of them may also be watching my divine feminines, very much so. I'm just hoping they're not doing any type of readings, because this is what I've gotten in their energy a lot, my Sigma masculines, and I really do believe this is one of the key things that have gotten them in trouble. Yeah. These guys are very much stuck on my divine feminines here. They're very much stuck on them. They cannot move from them. But my divine feminines really are just all about her abundance. They feel like they can still count on my divine feminines, but at the end of the day, they want a union with them. My divine feminines even may also be holding on to the fact that this is their divine true love right here with the Two of Cups. Let's clarify. Yeah, these divine masculines definitely are very regretful. they're getting clarity. They want to clear the air of this broken heart here that they have. They is still holding on to this regret. They want to apologize here for what they have done, probably for what type of confusion that they have brought about the union with the moon here, and this is putting a lot of burdens on them. They are definitely holding on to my divine feminines here, and they want my divine feminines to know that they can count on them too as well. A lot of my divine feminines are definitely having children at the time with the Empress. A lot of these masculines definitely want to make them an offer, probably in some type of marriage with the Justice card. And this is probably what this Tower is about. That is being broken down at this time. Because if you look at them as a Sigma masculine, they are not good at showing their emotions. It's hard for them to do this, but holding it in is not working with the 8 of Pentacles reverse. It's not working, and it's crashing around them with the Tower. So this is where it is. A lot of depression here, you guys. A lot of these guys are very depressed about the choices that they made. They do know that this is, they definitely, this was a toxic energy that they were in. They do know that. A lot of these, they're waiting here for my divine feminines, these Sigma masculines, to give them another try and to balance this out. They don't want this to be too long here. A lot of them are definitely feeling left out with the 5 of Pentacles, and they're definitely wanting my divine feminines to come back to them. They see them as an investment with the 7 of Pentacles. These guys are definitely looking at this as knowing that they took the wrong path. Let's clarify the I see my divine feminine still are very much in a energy of just not wanting to deal with it, with the 7 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. She just want to go towards calmer waters. This may also be making my Sigma masculines really kind of angry at this time. Probably angry with people around them. They're kind of in that same toxic energy that these Alpha was at one point. They are feeling very hurt at this time that they betrayed my divine feminines when it was harmony, and it's now they brought this betrayal of whatever this manipulation was. These guys do want partnership, and they definitely want my divine feminines to come back and nurture it with them. Let's clarify the Devil, and then I'm going to leave this at that. Let's clarify the Devil, Spirit. Ooh, a lot of cards. I see abundance here. As I said before with the 10 of Pentacles, this Devil toxic energy may be showing in their finances. These Sigma masculines. Yeah, I definitely see that. They definitely did not get their wish here. A lot of them feels as though that my divine feminines was bringing this loyalty in, and it seems as though now they're not getting that. They're not getting that wish fulfillment, and now they want to or realize that they were not using the right intuition. They were not using the right thought process, or they may have been giving the wrong advice. They may now are realizing that they were giving the wrong advice, took the wrong advice, because now my divine feminines are not giving them that loyalty. They are not getting a wish fulfillment at this time. These Sigma masculines are really feeling it harshly. These guys, they definitely see that my divine feminines has definitely dropped these guys with the 2 of Pentacles reverse, the Knight of Cups reverse, and the 9 of Swords. A lot of these guys really think that my divine feminines are really just off them. A lot of my divine feminines are I mean, they are definitely got clarity, but even though they got clarity, they still may be in this energy of feeling hurt, even though they are trying to act like everything is fine here. This devil energy is not going to be no one on this globe anymore is ever going to ever be able to be in a toxic relationship and survive. They're not going to be. Nobody in this energy, no one on this globe is ever going to be able to be with someone of light, you guys, and be in this devil energy. Because once you are in this devil energy, and if you can see this devil, you see how he's got these two captured, you cannot get out of that energy. This devil is going to be destroyed here. This is what my divine spirits are here to destroy. Is that toxic energy, that toxic relationship, and you have to understand that. And if you can see these two, I wear these two, well, one I just got, but I wear these bracelets all the time, and I try to make sure that these show. These are my two Valentines here. These are my two hearts. I used to wear one all the time, but now I just got another one. These are the union. This is the true divine masculine, the big one here, and the true divine feminine. That's what that is, you guys. And you saw how beautiful that it shined, the light shined upon it. It seems as though with two, it shined more than just that one. So divine spirits know that this union is going to be the only key that's going to keep this world revolving in greatness and light. Nothing dull, nothing dark. And this was that dark energy here with the devil energy. No one cannot be in a relationship that involves this devil energy. And this, when that manipulation was sought in, that wrong advice, that reader, trying to bring in some type of toxic energy in this divine union, divine spirits put a halt on it. Now, I'm going to tell you another thing. My divine feminines of light, empathic light, true divine feminines who has walked away, who has created karma here, who has now with their Sigma masculines or on the road of greatness with their Sigma masculines who are their divine masculines here. No one can, I just forgot, I'm just pregnancy brain. Please forgive me, you guys. No one can be in a relationship with these guys again and bring in that toxic energy. They cannot. They're automatically going to know that manipulation. I keep telling you guys, these divine feminines are so aware. They are so in their higher mindset, you guys. It is nothing you can do to bring in this toxic energy and these guys not know that that's what it is. They can feel it. My divine feminines, empathic light, are very aware of it. They can feel that energy, but they can feel it. They can feel it. And in my TikTok reading that I did earlier this morning, I did a reading about that, how this light rays is here with the sun, where people are going to know who is in a darker energy and who is in a lighter energy. And that's where we are coming from now. This is what we are understanding now. You know, you're not going to be able to put on facades. And these divine feminines are so powerful. They're so alert and aware in their 5D dimensional mindset and up that these guys are going to definitely know when you're coming to them in this devil narcissistic energy, this manipulative energy, and they're going to quickly deter away from you. You're going to notice because they're going to feel it, and they're just going to cut you off. And it's going to take a minute, if any, for them to come back to you, because it's no way you can enter the kingdom of heaven, which is in their reality, and be in this devil energy. Feel me? Do you hear and understand what I'm saying? Because these divine feminines are now in the reality of heaven. When you are in a darker energy, you are going to be in this manipulative energy. So that means your reality is set in hell. And that's just where we're at on that. So I'm going to leave it there, you guys. And again, a lot of my divine feminists will be having sons here, some daughters, but I'm more so seeing sons. And I just want to really put that out there. We are now in the true divine union. Don't worry about anything. I know my divine feminists are not. My Sigma masculines, though, are very much in their emotions. They're very much in their feelings at this time because of the way things went, but that's okay. All you have to do is to get out of that fear, clear your energy, and fight for what you want, and that's your divine feminine. And before I end this, because I really don't like my readings to go over 40 minutes anymore, but before I end this, you guys, again, thank you, Spirit. I'm very forgetful lately. I'm serious. Divine spirits are telling me that we are definitely, my masculine energy is going to go back towards the Casanova era. The Casanova era, that means they are going to be out there trying to woo their feminines, divine feminines there is. And that's going to be more than probably about 5-6 men or more to one woman. Because I'm telling you, these are going to be your divine feminines who has moved on. And it's not going to be as many as it was if they all, when you counted your karmic feminines and you counted your divine feminines who did not move off these stalker narcissistic dudes. You got your soulmate divine feminines who has cut these stalker soul ties here, who moved on. And you got your trampoline divine feminines who has detached or away from their darker narcissistic trampoline partners. So that's basically like a half of your, feminines. And these feminines that are lost in the storm, their reality is not even going to know. They're going to be, thinking, well, what is this feminine got that I don't have? And she's got this person, or she's got that person, this Sigma male, or however it is. It's because these darker narcissistic souls are going to have to they're wanting to right a wrong still with the divine feminines that they cannot have. They're going to have to do that because they're their gods. They're their goddesses. They're going to have to come in some point in time to rectify or try to rectify their, how may I say it? What they feel is though that divine right that they should have had. My soulmate divine masculines, Sigma masculines, they now have their divine right because they are having children by these divine feminines, whereas my alpha masculines could have done that, but they did not. They did not want to open their heart to this light. So, because they could not do that, this is what my soulmates, our Sigma masculines has, which is their divine right. Does not mean that my divine feminists are going to pit these dudes because it's all set in stone. They're with their Sigma masculines. Even though My divine feminist right now is taking a break from these guys because of the manipulation. Remember, we're going into the Casanova, back into the Casanova era where masculines were masculines. This narcissistic energy that was set on this earth right here, which we also call the ego, overinflated ego, that was demasculating my masculine energy because they wanted their feminine energy to chase them. My karmic feminist did it, yes. But my divine feminist who has learned, who has moved on to a higher level, they are not doing that. And this is what they want, to keep the revolving door going. That's what we are. That's what we are in. And that's what we are seeing. Now these masculines are getting up off their stinking asses and learning how to go after what they want in their feminine energy and start hiding behind their capes. Because that's what they were hiding behind their capes. And if you go back into your Casanova eras, these men stand so tall with their capes flying in the wind. So they didn't have time to be hiding behind their capes because they let their capes fly in the wind. And they went with their swords on their side with their horses. I want my woman. When they got to that woman, they got up off their horse and they got on their knees. They were on one knee with their hats off to their feminines. I beg your pardon, ma'am. May I have a word with you? This is the era that we're going into now. This is why these entities wanted to take my voice. Because I'm going to tell you like it is. This is what we are going into. These masculines being men. Because this is what these entities are trying to do. To demasculate these men. While y'all sitting up here wanting women to chase your asses, y'all literally was demasculating yourselves. Is what you were doing. You are allowing them to demasculate you. Divine rerouted that and showed you your hind parts with all your ass out and seeing how stupid you look. Because while you were sitting there waiting for your feminine to chase your hind parts, you literally had all your ass out looking behind thinking this woman going to chase you, and she done left and went way to Kingdom Come and is having a son by someone else who was man enough to stand his ground and fight for what he wanted. That's what I'm talking about. I got 37 minutes here, you guys. I'm going to end this. Thank you very much. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.